She loves coffee, chocolate, and hoodies, so she's already relatable. Plus, Jen Ervig can really write. She's the author of a brand new book called Help, I'm Saved, a field guide for those new to the faith. Jen, welcome back to Spirit 105.3.
Hello, Erica. Good morning.
Hi, it's so good to have you back, Jen. You're a woman with a lot of irons in the fire. Why did you carve out time to write this book?
So I feel like all of us in the church, like the church capital C, like the church universal, realized through the pandemic that we weren't the disciples we thought we were.
Yes.
And that was good news for some of us. We, said, Jesus, I'm sorry. My eyes are opened. I follow you. And then some of us are still spinning our wheels a little bit. And so I feel like a lot of us in ministry felt that for ourselves and for those we love. And so I wanted something that was practical with my fun flair to kind of help people along.
Yeah. And what has the response been so far?
Really good. I'm surprised some fellow ministers have picked up several books for their churches. So they either give them away as first-time guest gifts or baptism gifts or gifts to people who've made a decision for Christ that day. And that is just so humbling.
Okay, give us a few of your best tips. You're new to the family of God. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. That is a great question. So honestly, I don't want it to be like a thing of like rules, regulations, like you've got to do this, because we know that that's not how the Jesus kingdom works. Really, it comes down to two things, and one of them comes from Andy Stanley. And his thing is, what does love require of me? So if we can ask ourselves every day, what does love require of us? And then just say our next best yes to Jesus.
Yes.
So just take those two things one step at a time. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring others along on the journey. And the disciples will make disciples, will make disciples, will make disciples, will make disciples.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful. Now, you wrote this book with a friend. How does that work? How do you co-author a book?
Oh, my goodness. And it was so fun. First time I've written with a friend. I do plan to do one more with a friend. It's going to be on grief. But this one, so I actually work with her. She just has this natural talent. And I just wanted to use what I've been blessed with to kind of get her name out there, because that's what we do. For those who've been given great gifts comes great responsibility, right?
Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes.
She is just gifted. And she runs our dinner church called The Neighborhood in Marysville, which is just, it's a place that blows your mind. So
Wow.
You get like foodie level type food, but it's for like, it's like for everybody. And so like every Tuesday night she pastors this church, and you'll have like executive level people there. You'll have homeless people there, and they're finding real community. And I feel like all the heart that she has for Jesus and that she ministers to these people, she's put into this book, and it's beautiful to see.
That's incredible. I love hearing that. Jen, it's the new year. It's that time where you and I are trying new things, developing new habits. And I just believe that somebody might be listening right now who doesn't believe in God yet. What is your best advice for that person? Maybe they're listening this morning and they're going, gosh, I'd like to believe, but I don't even know what that looks like. What would you say?
Honestly, I think I would say don't worry too much about it. Keep asking your questions, because God is faithful. He's not going to allow his word to return void. So even if you open up the Bible, you don't even have to have it all figured out. You don't even have to understand what you're saying. Just be obedient to take a step. Like I said earlier, your next best yes to Jesus, and let the rest fall where it may. And maybe you're about to embark on an exciting adventure.
Isn't that such the truth? Okay, now for the question that has just been burning in my mind. Where do you find time to write a book? Because that's my dream. You're a working mom. How do you do it?
Oh, girl, and I want to hear your book. Like, I want to read that. I can't wait for it to come out. So I have lots of friends who need to be writing books. And honestly, you just have to put the time in your calendar. So for me, Wednesday is writing day.
Oh, really?
Yes. Just write something, even if it's like a paragraph, just write something so you can continue to cultivate your craft.
Wow, that's really cool. And that applies to anybody's dream. Just, cultivate your craft every Wednesday.
Yeah.
That works.
Well, and that's just being honoring to the gifts God's given us. So.
Amen, sister. All right, let's talk about hopes and dreams for a hot second here. What rises up in your spirit when I ask you, what are your hopes and dreams for this new year?
Oh my gosh, honestly, just right off the bat, it's seeing all of our different churches really look at ourselves as one church.
Yes.
We all serve the same Jesus. We have our little, disagreements, but we also know what the non-negotiables are. And it's going to take all of us for we to win. We have an assignment before us, and that's to make disciples. We need to disciple ourselves and then get out there, join arms, and get going. And I feel like the future is going to see that. We're going to see churches joining up together in missional work. We're going to see pastors linking arms, and it's going to be a beautiful thing.
I believe that with you. Jen Ervig, author of Help, I'm Saved. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today on Spirit 105.3.
Thank you much.